What up guys, 50 here, back at it again with another review, and today we're going to review the 17 Jeep Gladiator sent in by Storm Riders wheels. A bit of a tongue twister right there. And yeah, check this out, it has a nice green paint to it, and the wheels, they have a tint of green right there to complement the body of the car, and that's a rather unusual color. I've never really seen any diecast car with this particular green. Normally it's always dark green, a chrome green, but to have this silvery greenish color, that's interesting. That's the first timer for me. So heading over to the front, no front light tempos, front grille not detailed, but we do get the bumper. You can see the side bumper, the rear bumper, and the front bumper. They're all part of the plastic. Oh wait, no, it's a separate piece. I think, oh, this side bumper that you're seeing right here is part of the interior instead of the black, instead of the plastic base. It's not a big deal, but that's quite interesting, you know, to have a separate piece for the bumpers. You can see this gray bumper circles around the car, so check that out. On the side, we do get side details. You can see the door latches and the Gladiator logo. They're all right there. And on the left side of the car, we get an extra wheel. No, you cannot spin it, while on the other side, it does not have an extra wheel. And that's a really neat feature, you know. Normally, we get diecast cars where the extra wheel is on the rear of the car, but for this to be on the side, that's really interesting. Although theoretically in real life, if you were to put I'm so sorry guys, I keep twisting my tongue throughout this whole video. Theoretically, if you're supposed to put this wheel in real life in the side of the car will be slightly heavier to the left, and that's not really good for driving. So I'm not sure why Jeep decided to put this on the left side of the car. I'm not complaining, it's there, and yeah, it's a cool little feature for this diecast car at the most part. And on the rear, we do have rear light tempos and a Jeep logo embedded to the trunk of the car. However, if you take a close look, it's embedded inwards to the car. If you don't understand what I'm saying, check out this avalanche right here. You can see the Chevrolet logo is popping up, and if I were to rub my fingers on the Chevrolet logo embedded on the car, it's actually popping out. It's like a hump. It's a tiny hump on the trunk, but this one you can see it's going inwards. You know, if you're to rub your finger on it, you can feel like it's a gap and whatnot. So interesting approach by Jeep and Matchbox, but yeah, I just wanted to point that out. So overall, I love the army green color. It would be cool to have front light tempos rather than the side door latch, but I guess a lot of Matchbox cars, they already have front and rear light tempos, so for them to detail the door latch instead of the front light tempos, I guess it's a pretty interesting move. I'll close one eye, I accept that, Matchbox. So overall, this car is pretty cool. I rate this casting a 9 out of 10.